Good evening. I'm Tarsha Robinson.
And I'm Tiffany Almeida. Thank you for joining us this evening for this special edition of Odemsa News Now.
This evening, we will be following our staff around the region as they present and report in on the 2021 Odemsa Regional EMS Awards. We now go to the office of Heidi Hooker, Executive Director of the Old Dominion EMS Alliance.
Thank you, Tarsha. I'm so pleased to be able to join everyone this evening. We are so glad that we could be welcomed into your homes, stations, or wherever else you may be watching. Each year, Virginia's 11 regional EMS councils hold regional award programs that seek nominees for 13 categories, including one scholarship. Last year was the first year we held our regional awards ceremony virtually, and this year we come to you again in the same manner. While this pandemic has kept us from holding our annual event in person, we are so very excited to share our regional winners with you tonight. 2021 has been a trying year for everyone, but I'm happy to say that you all did not fail to produce nominations for this year's awards. So I would like to say thank you to all those that took time to complete and submit nominations for 2021. The regional award season is one of my favorite times of the year. It gives myself and Odemsa staff a chance to meet so many of you in our region and to highlight those that go above and beyond in their field or specialty. Each of tonight's award winners was nominated by their peers, while Odemsa was responsible for accepting nominations and putting on this evening's program. We were not the team that selected the award winners. A selection committee comprised of previous award winners is responsible for that tremendous undertaking. To select our winners, first we lured committee members into an underground lair, also known as our office, with the promise of food. They were each handed a stack of nominations and locked away until they emerged with a list of our 2021 Regional EMS Award winners. While I'm kidding about luring the committee members and locking them away, I would like to say picking a winner for each of the award categories is no easy task. To those unnamed people on the selection committee, thank you. We know selecting this year's winners was a difficult task based on the nominations that were received. Tonight's winners from across the region have also been nominated for a chance to receive the Governor's EMS Award for the same category that won regionally. Those winners will be announced at the Virginia EMS Symposium's banquet in November. Tonight's show would not be possible without the staff here at Odemsa. Between our normal day-to-day work, the staff has also gone above and beyond with tonight's show, in addition to staffing the Patient Distribution Center for the extended red and black diversion stages that we've been experiencing. Though we do not allow our staff to be nominated for the regional awards, they are all winners in my book. I anticipate that you will enjoy our awards presentation and would appreciate it if you would share tonight's broadcast with your friends and family through social media. Again, thank you all for joining us, and now I'll send it back to you, Tarsha and Tiffany, in the Odemsa News Now studio. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. We are excited as well and happy that we can host this evening's awards. Let's go to Rick for tonight's first award.
Rick McClure reporting from the Henrico County Emergency Communications Center. This year's Odemsa Regional EMS Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS Telecommunication is awarded to Rebecca Taylor with Henrico County Police Communications. Rebecca has been with Henrico since 2010 and was promoted to Communications Supervisor in 2017. Since last November, Rebecca has taken on the role of Quality Assurance Supervisor in addition to her numerous other duties. She handles all her responsibilities with extreme competency, efficiency, and professionalism and goes the extra mile. Rebecca participates in several EMS and fire-related committees. She assists in facilitating program updates and was one of the people instrumental in the implementation of the program they currently use in their 911 center.
Fun. I have previous background as a firefighter EMT in Hanover County, so it's always been a passion of mine to do public safety. It's a great honor. You put a lot of work into your work, and it's very special that it was nominated by my coworkers.
Congratulations to you, Rebecca, on your award. Reporting from Henrico County, for Dempsey News Now, I'm Rick McClure.
Congratulations to Rebecca. We now go over to Kathy with this year's Regional EMS Award for Outstanding EMS Agency.
Thanks, Tiffany and Tarsha. Kathy Eubank here in beautiful Powhatan County, where earlier today, the Old Dominion EMS Alliance presented the Powhatan County Fire and Rescue Department the Outstanding EMS Agency Award for 2021.
So the Fire and Rescue Department as an umbrella organization has been really successful in reaching out to maybe some of the non-traditional ways of bringing volunteers in. So we have a JETS program which will allow men and women from 12 to 15 come in, start to get an idea of what fire and rescue service is about and how when they turn of age that they can go ahead and join their local fire department and volunteer there. We also run a high school-based program where the students at the high school can actually enroll in that program as one of their electives. And at the conclusion of the program, they have completed all the same training that any of our firefighters would normally come to the firehouse and do on their own time. And many of them will transition into a full active role in the local fire department as well. And so those are some of the things that are a little bit non-traditional for a lot of agencies that we've really been able to harness and use over several years and are seeing some really positive impact on our agency because of that.
Several of these members of their youth program have gone on to become members of the career and volunteer staff here in Powhatan County, as well as other surrounding jurisdictions. And we wish them continued success in their programs. Sending it back to you now in the studio, Tiffany and Tarsha.
It's amazing what Powhatan has done with their youth program. We now go to Ryan out in Chesterfield with this year's Regional EMS Award for Nurse with Outstanding Contribution to EMS.
Thanks, Tarsha and Tiffany. I'm out here at the Richmond Executive Airport in Chesterfield County, inside the MedFlight hangar, where Jamie Graff just received the 2021 Nurse with Outstanding Contribution to EMS Award.
Well, I'm very honored having recognition from peers, and the EMS community is at the heart of everything we do. So I'm just really just honored. I thank you so much.
Jamie makes outstanding contributions to EMS through both the course of her official duties and through her continued community leadership. She was a substantial contributor to the effort to bring pre-hospital blood delivery to the MedFlight and Life Evac programs, where it has significantly impacted patient outcomes. She regularly participates in outreach activities as an ambassador representing both nursing and EMS. She is also a frequent speaker at high school career events and a guest speaker for EMS education. She has also organized several reunions allowing EMS providers and patients to have closure after a significant event. Jamie is not only an exceptional pre-hospital provider, but contributes to EMS as a role model and community leader. Congratulations to Jamie on this year's award. For Dubs and News Now, I'm Ryan Scarborough. Back to you guys.
From King's Dominion to Carolina, we've got you covered.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more award winners.
Hello,
I'm Pip, the PDC Penguin. By calling the PDC, you help to distribute the patient load across the region's hospitals, helping to minimize delays for yourself and other EMS crews. When calling the PDC, stay on the line as calls are answered in the order they are received. Be ready to provide your agency name, regional unit number, your patient's age, sex, chief complaint, and triage color. And finally, the patient's facility of choice and 2 other possible close appropriate facilities. If you have a critical patient and are unable to call before going to the closest appropriate facility, simply have your communications center call the PDC to advise where you are going, or call the PDC as soon as you turn your patient over.
PDC. 30 seconds could save you 15% or more on your ER wall time.
You depend on them. You trust them. They have to work time after time. With careful attention and maintenance, the equipment is designed to handle the massive stress and strain of the job. But what about the people that operate it? With the weight of repeated trauma and suffering, first responders may experience depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and in some cases, suicidal thoughts. Shockingly, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. Often it's hard to notice or detect when help is needed, which is why it's important to pay careful attention to the condition of those around you. If you or a first responder you know is suffering and needs help, take the first step. Make the call. Talk to someone. Even the strongest require care and attention, or they wear down. The job is tough, and like the equipment you rely on, it's important to recognize when you need the care to continue to perform. Visit vdh.virginia.gov/make-the-call to learn more.
You're watching Odemsa News Now.
Welcome back. If you haven't already, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube so you can stay up to date on everything EMS in the Odemsa region.
Our next award is for outstanding contribution to EMS health and safety. This year's award winner is someone that has been a longtime supporter and contributor to the Odemsa mission. Congratulations to Kelly Rumsey. Kelly is the Pediatric Trauma Program Manager at Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU and is a longtime member of the Odemsa Peer Support Team and current Vice Chair of the Odemsa Performance Improvement Committee. Kelly has been a huge advocate for both hospital and pre-hospital providers, receiving mental health training to better cope with stress and better understand and confront mental trauma that is experienced.
So the program that I have become very involved in is called Stress First Aid. And it's an approach to help us all through the many variations of critical events or potentially traumatic events, but also what's become increasingly important this past year is the wear and tear, the fatigue, and the just burnout. So it's a great flexible strategy that can be applied in many different ways. You can't pour from an empty cup, so you do have to remember to take care of yourself first. So your own health, your physical health, and time with people that support you, and doing the things that you love outside of work is to do the 3 good things. Journal however you want to. There's no wrong way to journal, but being intentional about gratitude, that's a strategy. It's very effective.
Kelly continues to push for EMS Stress First Aid, which allows for the use of peer support and has seen the program expand across Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU since 2018. She goes above and beyond when it comes to training for EMS, teaching at agencies, and has been an invited speaker and co-presenter for many educational programs. Congratulations, Kelly, for being selected as this year's EMS Health and Safety Award winner.
Prior to tonight's broadcast, Heidi had a chance to sit down with this year's outstanding EMS pre-hospital provider and their special guest so that we could share the story of an amazing provider. Congratulations to Annie Edwards on receiving this year's award. Annie is a longtime provider in the Odemsa region. She is a nationally registered paramedic, registered nurse, and recently started practicing as a nurse practitioner. Her journey into EMS and medicine started after an incident with her daughter nearly 2 decades ago. We now go to a short excerpt from the full interview.
It was August the 9th of 2000, and as I typically do on the weekends, went out for a bike ride. I'd been 20 miles in Powhatan the day before trying to get to know the area, so I went out and that day and went the opposite way and got about 7 miles from my home and laid my bike down and dropped dead of cardiac arrest. 3 bystanders stopped at that point. One person called 911. The other 2 started performing CPR. I was actually blocking the intersection to Annie's home. Had, I guess, intuition and came out to the scene and basically took over the scene at that point. And with her and another lady performed CPR on me for 11 minutes. EMTs then arrived. For the next 22 minutes, they shocked my heart 3 times. And I finally got a heartbeat at that point. The interesting part was that I understand normally after about a 20-minute span, they call it. And Annie was there insisting that they try again, and they gave me basically another 2 minutes of life. From that, my heart came back, and she saved my life from that perspective. So she's a very special lady to me and my family.
I just want to say I'm incredibly thankful. I know that truly she was an angel on earth that day, and if it hadn't have been for Annie, my husband would not be here today.
I feel very grateful and blessed that I'm able to be a paramedic, that I learned those skills because they are part of who I really am as a person, and they never turn off. There's never a time when I don't feel like I'm not on duty. And so I'm grateful to be a part of Stan's life and his family's life, and able to be able to use the knowledge that I've been given.
If you would like to watch the full interview following tonight's broadcast, visit odemsa.net.
We now go to Ryan, who has just flown from Chesterfield to Halifax County to cover the award for contribution to EMS by a high school senior. Ryan?
Thanks, Tarsha and Tiffany. I'm out here at Halifax County Rescue Squad with Maddie Wilkerson, who just won the 2021 Regional Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS by a high school senior. So congratulations, Maddie, on winning today.
Thank you.
What does it mean to receive this award for you?
It's honestly very humbling.
So you've made quite an impression on the members here at your squad, to the point where the majority of them signed your letter of recommendation. How does it feel to know that you've had such an impact on your fellow squad members that they went that extra step and all signed your letter?
Once again, I'm humble. The Domestic Squad has become a huge family to me. They supported me through high school and taking my first few steps into college. They've been there for me through all of it.
You're actually ahead of school now.
Yes.
And what's your ultimate goal?
I am currently in the UCC taking the prerequisites to get the nursing program. After that, I plan to get my bachelor's degree at Longwood. If I were to win this governor's award, it would show that hard work truly pays off and that you can set your goals high and you can still achieve them.
We're going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
We now send it over to Jessica with this year's Regional EMS Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS Emergency Preparedness and Response.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in New Kent, Virginia, where Odemsa Executive Director Heidi Hooker has presented the Regional Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS Emergency Preparedness and Response to Chief Richard Opett. Chief Opett is not only the fire chief for New Kent County, but he is also the county's emergency coordinator. When COVID hit his community, He was proactive and assured his team had all the appropriate PPE they needed and set up 27 vaccination clinics across the county, so as soon as the vaccine became available, all county employees and citizens would have a place to go.
A lot of outside the box thinking, using a little bit of technology, and then defining an awesome process that was very quick and innovative of getting people through the process. I think that when we sat at the table at the drawing board of how can we make this and make this a very smooth transition, and you see what it did for the almost 8,000 folks that we put through this process, and then when you see the reward at the end, it's success, and it's very humbling that I think we did our job well. We had a wonderful team that executed everything on the mark, and in one word, it's success of what we put together.
Congratulations to Chief OPET for receiving this prestigious award. Reporting for Odemsa News Now, I'm Jessica Goodman.
Congratulations to Chief OPET.
We would like to remind you that Odemsa is still providing EMS education on a monthly basis. Each month, Odemsa hosts a virtual instructor-led training, or VILT program, that allows you to actively participate in continuing education remotely and receive your CE hours.
That's right, Tiffany. Not only are we providing CE, but in the past year, we have begun providing a monthly AHA CPR program. Also, in the past year, we have held 3 initial EMT programs, training nearly 50 new EMTs.
To stay up to date with upcoming CE and other education opportunities in the region, make sure that you have the Odemsa app downloaded on your mobile device. Not only will you know what education is available, but you will also be able to stay up to date on events affecting the region. To download our app, simply go to your device's app store and search for Odemsa.
Speaking of education, our next award is for Outstanding EMS Pre-Hospital Educator. This year's winner has nearly 15 years of experience in the field and uses it to present students with engaging real-world scenarios to increase their critical thinking skills. He encourages his students to go beyond their textbooks and lectures, which ultimately makes them more successful. This year's Outstanding EMS Pre-Hospital Educator Award goes to Harold Mayfield with the Richmond Ambulance Authority. In the past year, Harold has helped organize or teach a number of different virtual demonstrations, including hands-only CPR demonstrations with the American Heart Association. Most recently, he provided a Drive Smart Virginia a virtual presentation for the RAA Drive Smart University's Teaching Resource Portal in an effort to give high school educators across the state access to his road safety presentation created to educate teen drivers.
We're just doing our part. I mean, the guys out here are the ones that are working their tails off day in, day and night. So, I'm just happy to help them any way I can.
From those who know him, Harold is passionate about the material he teaches. Congratulations to Harold.
From Colonial Downs in New Kent
to the Virginia International Raceway in Halifax,
we're racing through this year's winners.
Stay right there. We'll be right back.
It's easy to call them heroes. To sum up their dedication and courage into one simple word: in a moment of chaos, they thrive where most would panic. It's easy to call them heroes. But heroes aren't born. They're shaped. They're trained and equipped. And they're supported. It's easy to call them heroes. takes the strength of a region to support and guide them.
Our next VILT offering will be November 15th with the lovely Tarsha Robinson. It is pediatric trauma. If you visit odemsa.net, there's a course flyer and registration. So again, November 15th, our November VILT is already up, and we are taking registration for that at this time.
You're watching Odemsa News Now.
Welcome back. As we enter the final portion of tonight's awards, we'd like to remind you to stay up to date on all things Odemsa by visiting our website.
That's right, Tiffany. Not only can you see upcoming education opportunities, meetings, and protocols, but you can also search job listings, check the regional diversion status, and so much more.
This year's Regional EMS Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS for Children is awarded to an agency that has been advocating for child safety for many years. Congratulations to the Richmond Ambulance Authority for being selected as the 2021 recipient.
On behalf of the Richmond Ambulance Authority, we appreciate being recognized by ODEMSA for this regional award, and look forward to Symposium in November.
So for years, the Richmond Ambulance Authority has done many things in terms of caring for children in emergency situations, but we've also done many things in terms of creating partnerships and programs to help with preventative care, to make sure that parents and caregivers know what to do in order to prevent children from suffering serious injuries. We've done things like the bike rodeo with the Richmond Squirrels, where we talked about bike safety with children. We've partnered with Drive Smart Virginia in the past to help our teenage drivers and help them avoid all the pitfalls with the road travels that they do once they get their licenses. We've done infant CPR demonstrations for parents and caregivers so they know what to do if their infant child suddenly starts choking or stops breathing. And we've done many events with VCU Children's Hospital, safety fairs, trying to do as much education as possible when it comes to preventative care. And so that's just one of the commitments we've made as an agency, is to make sure that we're doing everything we can for our children.
We now go to Jessica for this year's Innovation Excellence in EMS Award.
This year's Regional EMS Award for Innovation Excellence in EMS was awarded to LaRon Lewis with John Randolph Medical Center. Innovation is no stranger to LaRon. He has spearheaded the lecture series Doc Talk, How to Save a Life, improved EMS and hospital communications and alerting, worked to implement a pre-hospital lab draw program with participating EMS agencies, and much more. LaRon is not only the 2021 winner for ODEMSA in this category, but he has previously received the Peninsula EMS Council's 2017 EMS for Children's Award and the Rappahannock EMS Council's 2010 Telecommunications Dispatcher Award, along with the Governor's EMS Award for the same category that year.
I am truly blessed to work here at John Randolph and in this role, and have the support that I have from not only hospital administration, but from the local EMS providers. And so I would just say, above all else, thank you. I think EMS Week is probably always my favorite week. The administration here is very, very supportive of EMS Week, and they essentially give me free reign to, to really just celebrate all the local providers. And so I think being able to do that year over year has been really great. So Doc Talk is a really fun series that we started. It's an opportunity for EMS providers to just connect with some of the physicians here. And the other thing too is they get to tell some really cool stories. And that's been well received. We put them on YouTube and put them on Facebook, and it's gone very well.
Congratulations again to LaRon. Reporting for Odemsa News Now, I'm Jessica Goodman.
To round out this evening's awards, we go to Kathy on location for this year's Outstanding EMS Leadership Award.
Good evening. Kathy Eubank reporting here at the Manchester Volunteer Rescue Squad, where earlier this evening, Chris Snyder, Chief Operations Officer for the Manchester Volunteer Rescue Squad, was presented the Outstanding EMS Leadership Award by Odemsa.
Very humbled. It's, still, trying to put it into words is just, it's something that you kind of strive for, over the time, and you've been doing this for so long that I'm grateful. It's nice to feel recognized, especially when you don't all the time, still speechless.
Chris was surrounded by his fellow squad members, friends, family, mom and dad, and leadership from other agencies and organizations. We wish him much success at the symposium. This is Kathy Eubank signing off for Odemsa News Now.
Yet again, we have had amazing award winners this year.
That we have, Tarsha. Congratulations to all this year's winners. And remember that nominations for next year's awards will be starting up soon. So start thinking about who you would like to nominate.
We thank you all for joining us this evening. From all of us here at Odemsa News Now,
be safe, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Whose idea was it to take out the weather segment?
Who let you inside?
But it is some torrential downpour. Shelter! This is Megan-sized downpour! Did you know about this, Jim? Stay tuned for the bloopers.
What did that?
Yeah.
Still at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Ready, Fred.
Providers. Oh my God. We're gonna have this thing again this year.
So,
Turn that thing off yet?
no, he's going to record till he gets a blooper out of this.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
It happens to all of us.
Thanks, Tarsha and Tiffany. I'm at Halifax County Rescue Squad with Maddie Wilkerson. Thanks, Tarsha.
Thank you. Congratulations to Annie.
Oh, sorry. Ready?
Ryan.
Thanks, Tarsha and Tiffany.
No.
Thanks, Tarsha and Tiffany.
We're racing through this year's winners. That was terrible.
I like it.
That was terrible. All right, let's.
You almost had it.
What did I do wrong?
Did you?
Did you really?
I think we were developing a momentum there. And you took it.
We were. It was like false labor. It really wasn't happening at all. All right, you good?
About for a second, and let you say anything that you want to.
Thanks. Across the campus, guys.
Stay right there. We'll be right back. You can't cut that, right?
No, I can't cut that together.
Dang.
All right, 21 Regional Award for High School or EMS. It's such a mouthful, this award. Hey,
I feel like I sound like a velvet girl.
No, you don't.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? All right, and we are.
Richmond Ambulance Authority.
Oh, that. I was like, where
That's
is
all
it? Where
you-
is it? Pause. Okay, pause. Okay, I was like, I forgot that's me.
Pause to tell you.
Yeah, I was like, wait, there's, but my brain paused.
We'll start.
Do I sound Valley Girlish? I feel like I sound Valley Girl.
We think it's very well deserved.
Thank you very much. Thank
Sure. Sure. You want to say anything?
you. No.
It will.
Programs and partnerships.
Receiving this prestige award.
You
Yeah.
so good.
I know, right?
It's prestigious.
And I caught myself. I knew I dressed up once I got to that.
Prestigious. Prestigious.
Oh, and I gotta do the whole thing again, don't I?
Fire saving service for the citizens in Powhatan County. Back to you in the studio.
You don't have to hold your hand up there.
I don't know why I did.
You guys don't have very much more to go at all.
Maddie's a little nervous, but that's be understandable.
Jesus, so much to freaking read.
It's okay. Pick it up from.
It just keeps going. And I'm like, where's the freaking period?
Me.
Just keep looking at that.
Stay looking at the camera.
Okay. I was just like, yes, I'm done.
You were doing good. Try to.
Powhatan, back to you gals in the awards room. Whatever. I thought it was on a roll there for a bit, but
No, you were doing
that didn't last long.
A little choppy there.
Good night.
We're done. Get out of here. We're done. Good night. Get off your computers. Go do something else.